Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So I had every intention of going live like a half an hour ago, but I have been fast and furiously like reviewing my notes because I keep track of my food intake, my water intake, my exercising and supplements I take, and also when I start new wellness protocols. So I was looking to see when I officially started this one, and I know I started in December. So if you're joining me live, give me an emoji or hashtag replay so I can give you a shout out later. So you guys, you may remember that I fell October 7th and fractured my skull and was in the hospital for a few days and have since been just recovering and healing from a TBI, traumatic brain injury. So a few days after we got back here, because this happened in Michigan, the hospital called, or the doctor's office, I think it was that matters not. And they're like, we want to prescribe physical therapy for you. And I'm thinking, okay, the only thing that was injured, thankfully, was my head. Like I had no other broken bones. Just I broke my head bone, broke my skull, but I had no other broken bones, no other injuries. Like just my head, which is incredible. And I'm like, how do you do physical therapy on your head? That was kind of my thought. I looked at my sister and she's just kind of like, and I said, and they're like, you have 3 months to make a decision on this. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. We'll get back to you. And then we got the phone and my sister's like, your doctor could always prescribe it too. So I was like, okay. Because I was like, I don't even know what I would need physical therapy for. Because I mean, obviously this is all new to me. Well, for 2 months, this is how I would move, right? I wouldn't move my head. I wouldn't do this because it made me dizzy and I had vertigo at the time and I was nauseous. And so I was on medication to help me with all that. But like even just now, I can go like this and look at the clock on my stove, which is awesome because for 2 months, almost 2.5 months, this is what I did. I moved my whole body to see that. And once I started moving, I was like, oh, that's what they're talking about for physical therapy. I'm like, I didn't move my, neck for weeks. And I realized I had such incredible pain right here. I mean, it was like the worst pain I've ever had. And that's where I hold all my stress. So that says a lot, right? And I thought I wasn't opposed to physical therapy, but here was a couple things that were going through my mind. One, I'm not driving. And so that was just with another like thing in my schedule. Two, honestly, I'm like, my medical bills are crazy. And so I thought if I can figure out a way to have a workaround, let's do that. So, and this is like in December. And so we were really focused on getting me like healthy for Christmas. So I wasn't really interested in starting physical therapy anyway. So I was like, okay, you know what? Then you need to start, you need to start giving this area some TLC. And so what I started doing is I started a wellness protocol that I have been doing now since mid to late December. And what I do, and I do it every morning. I actually started doing it twice a day, but now I just do it once a morning. And that is, I start out with rolling peppermint on both of those areas. It's on both sides of my neck. You can't see it. Anyway, I roll the peppermint. I just wait a moment, and then I apply just a dab of the Coolazole pain cream. I find that you don't need much. This stuff is so incredibly powerful. And then I top it off with this fabulous muscle rub. That's oil infused as well. And so is this. So I'm layering it that way. And you guys, it was such immediate relief because, all tingly because it's like whenever I know I need like that kind of TLC for a muscle or joint, it gets tingly. I'm like, oh yeah, it's getting in there and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Um, but it took a few weeks for me to be like, I don't have that pain. I started noticing gradual decrease in the pain, and now I'm like, I don't have that pain anymore that I was having. That I'm assuming that was part of the reason why they're like, you get physical therapy, you would need physical therapy. Again, I wasn't opposed to it. When they talked to me about it, like October 12th, I was like, I'm thinking, how do you? It just I didn't know what would. There's so many changes going on with my body over these last few months that I didn't understand. And then I was like, oh yeah, when you're not using a muscle, yeah, it does need a little TLC. So I'm really incredibly thankful for these Young Living Loves that I have, and they are truly some of my favorite. I use them every morning, and I've been using them for very specifically as a wellness routine in the morning. I do have a tip for you. If you're like, gosh, you know what? I need some of that rub, that muscle rub or that pain cream, and I need to apply it in those areas because I like to apply it there because they're great. That's where we hold stress, and it's just a really great way to take care of that. Apply your moisturizer first. Because otherwise you're gonna have that tingly like peppermint stuff, and you're gonna get it on your face. So just what I do is I make sure I put my face moisturizer on first before I apply the pain cream or the muscle rub. And then I apply my makeup with a sponge. I don't, so just keep that in mind too. Just helpful pro tips for you guys. I'm just saying. Anyway, if you're like, you know what, you're like, you need these in your life because having all natural products as part of your solutions for your wellness is life changing. It is literally life changing. And if you want to know more about that or find out how you can get these products in your home, I can hook you up. So I'm here for you. I will talk to you guys all later.